There we go. We are live for this 48th coffee break, and it's a special one because today we have four people in the chat room. So, and normally I'm doing the kind of the interview, the questions, but today we will have Hulya who will be the host. So, Hulya, please present yourself.
Thank you so much, Jim, for this wonderful coffee break. We love any opportunity to reach out to as many people as we can because we believe in full potential and that every human has got that in themselves. And that's the topic of today, right? It's about how you activate your full potential and the different ways going on. We know we've got coaching, we know we've got something else, but here we are talking about the new techniques, new tools, new methodologies. So anyone who wants to keep up with trends about personal development, coaches, leaders, managers, anyone, listen carefully because you will get now an insight from the expert. Me, I'm Hulya Kurt, founder of InnKick. I am based in Geneva, a fully registered company in Switzerland, Geneva, and I am hosting a mega event together with my wonderful peers, experts who are on the screen at the moment, and we share the floor with. And they're absolutely amazing. They're powerful. They have their own different domains. And you know what? You get in 3 days such a dump, such a kind of information that you can use in your day to day. You can't imagine. It's a training. It's not only talking, blah, blah, blah. It's real hands on training, ladies and gentlemen. And this is one of its kind. You never can get all these people again back in Geneva, live in person. It's not online, in person. So we touch each other, we do, we practice, we listen, we talk, and that's what it is about. So, enough from me, because we want to hear from the experts. Because what are we going to expect on that day? What are you going to cover? And I would like to start with Pauline here. Pauline, please, a little intro and what are you going to cover?
Excellent. Thank you, Julia. And thank you, everybody, for watching us. Effectively, I'm Pauline Sawaya. I am the founder of Swift Shift Coaching and Consultancy Limited, a transformational coaching, capacity building, and consultancy boutique. Also, the founder of the Success Academy, which provides out-of-the-box accredited self-development programs. Why I'm here? Because I'm in love. I'm in love with neuroencoding. And you might ask yourself, what is neuroencoding? Neuroencoding is where the power of the mind meets the science of leadership. So neuroencoding is a revolutionary approach. It decodes how our human brain works. And by understanding how our human brain works, we will enhance our ability to learn, to remember, to problem solve, to improve our performance, and grow at different levels of our lives. And I want to open a bracket and tell you something. Neuroencoding now is part of the curriculum in UCLA at the university. This is that powerful that neuroencoding is taught as a course at one of the top universities in the world. And
Wow.
now we're bringing up this course to you to Geneva, Switzerland. You don't have to travel to UCLA to attend the full curriculum. Really, it's out of this world. It's a mind-blowing experience. You have to be in the room. You have to be in the room with us in Geneva on April 27, 28, 29, and on the 30th, you're going to have all of us, the four of us together, and it's going to be like networking, answering more questions that you might have because, we learn and then we process and then some questions arise. So this is an amazing experience. And let me tell you a little bit what we will be covering. Because you might be asking yourself, okay, neuroencoding is a state of the art revolutionary approach. It's taught at universities, whatever. What's in it for me? Research says that, just as a small example, every human being now, within one day, is bombarded by 5,000 to 10,000 information only in terms of marketing, regardless of social media, regardless of personal communication, regardless of everything. So imagine you're processing 10,000 truck ideas per day minimum just by marketing messaging. And this would drive us insane, literally. If we think about it, this is really driving our mind insane. And by learning neuroencoding, we will rewire our brain. We will be able to filter information. We will be able to challenge the information overload. We have an information diarrhea, literally, all over. So by learning neuroencoding, you will be able to make informed decisions because you will be rewiring your brain to effective decision making skills. This is number one. By learning the triple elixir equation that I will tell you about, which is all about emotions. Second layer is energy. The third layer is authenticity. Let's start with the first one, which is emotion. We are emotional human beings, we know that. And by understanding our emotions and emotions of others and being able to process them, we can become better leaders. Energy is key. It's never about time management. We all know. Once we manage our life properly, our energy properly, then we're properly managing our life. So this is as well very important. You might be asking, what is authenticity? Exactly.
What
Authenticity
is
is
it?
exactly. You know that being authentic is a challenge nowadays. We live, we're bombarded by fake words, fake social media. People have a life on social media and a life off social media. And authenticity is all about being authentic on and off social media. It is living your true self, being your true self on and off social media, because this is what is true leadership about. Because when we have authenticity as leaders, then people trust us, and trust is the first pillar in leadership. Otherwise, no trust, no leadership.
Correct.
My team doesn't trust me, then there's no way they will follow me. No way they will support me. There is no way we will work together to achieve our vision and mission. So by managing my energy as a leader, I will be able to manage as well properly myself and my team.
That's correct.
And my managing my emotion and having, and we all know about emotional intelligence and how important it is in this world. And by mastering those three things, this will lead us to become a mega individual, a mega leader, a mega person.
Wow.
We
So
know that mega leadership is not used. It's something I created. It's something new, and this is all about the training. It's about going through these concepts that are new,
yeah.
that are mind blowing. So to become mega leader, you need to master your energy, you need to master your emotions, and you need to master your authenticity. And this applies to every area in our life. So whether you're a leader, whether you're a professional, whether you're an employee, a coach, whoever, those are necessary skills to have in this challenging period that we are in. Because yes, the pandemic is over, but the new, every day we're being challenged by new things, the economy, things have changed, remote work, stress, new things are arising at a faster pace than ever.
Yeah.
And we need to be as fast and as flexible. And also, we will be, to adapt to all this, we will be learning neuroencoding techniques like the stop technique, like snapping out of things. And yesterday in our Instagram, we spoke about fearless people.
Yeah.
And we said there are no fearless people. There are people who fear less, which is staying less in an unresourceful state. We are human beings at the end of the day, and things happen. And we need to be able to snap out of it and continue and build this grit, build this skin to continue always, forever, from voyage to voyage, to our magnificent journey. So this was a snapshot of effectively what you're going to experience in day one with the neuroencoding. It is all about you. It is all about skills that you are a must today. It's not optional.
Yeah.
It's not optional to become a mega person. We are born to be magnificent. We are born to be mega people. And now it's your duty to join us on April 27 and grab those tools and come back and be the mega person you always wanted to be.
Wow, Pauline, this is great. I loved it. And the ones who didn't watch the Insta, we recorded it, right? It's on your Insta
Yes,
as well as on mine as well. About snapping out, that was a very interesting technique. And I attended Pauline some workshops already for the audience, really. And she's a great teacher. She's a great facilitator. She's got mega knowledge and she is passionate about this neuroencoding, and you know
yeah,
what, mind blowing as well that it is as a curriculum offered in
yes,
one of the most important leading universities in the world. And
yes,
that proves again that what we are going to bring to you, it's not only, again, I tell you, just another workshop and who cares, whatever. It's about you becoming the leader you want to be for the new generation, retaining, hiring, recruiting, and being a leader of your life. It's actually not about even, at work, it's about your life. So thank you so
definitely.
much. And I am so pleased to have Pauline over. She's flying over from Cyprus specifically for this event.
Yes,
You cannot miss this out. And coming now, transferring now from Pauline into Jim, who is also talking and going to talk about leadership, the new way of organizations, happiness, well-being, and combination between emotional intelligence, shall we say, and effectiveness. So, Jim, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, to make the link with Pauline's insights, of course, we have the brain, we have also the heart, we have the gut. So these are like the three power centra. Now, first of all, we check like where is like the individual's preference. So is it like rather rational, is it rather emotional, is it rather intuitive? So that's the first thing. Like the moment that you say, and what you see, for example, is that rational people, sometimes we say like the distance between the head and the heart is the biggest distance there is. I don't agree with that. What I see is that the distance between the head and the gut is even bigger. And really rational people, they rather prefer control, and they don't like kind of like it to go into that insecurity of the gut in letting go. So the gut is letting go. It's like trust. It's like everything will be fine. The universe will take care of it. But what we see is the new generations. They are more going into the heart and into that intuitive part. So there, like you see, there's like a conflict coming. Now, if you want to achieve your full potential, and you have three power center, and you say like, yeah, that power center I don't want to use, then you lose already, like let's say 1/3 of your capacity. So that's the first thing, like to have an insight in yourself. But then, of course, in an organization, you are surrounded like with the culture, you are surrounded with like leaders, and in fact, trust is the first step. So that's really the first thing. If there is no trust, forget it. Like it's not working. So that's the first step to know. Now, the moment that you see the difference between the individual and the organization, that gap between both will determine everything. That will determine how long people stay in a company, how engaged people are. Now, engagement is linked to performance, it's linked to productivity, it's linked to absenteeism, it's linked to everything. So that's like something that we have to know. First of all, what's the own preference? Second thing is like, what's the perception? Because it's the perception of the employee. It's not right or wrong, but it's the perception of the employee. What's the gap with the environment? The moment that we know that, we see like what can be done for the organization to be like more effective, to retain people, to attract people. Now, when an organization says like, no, we want to stay in the, let's call it old school, rational, top-down controlling environment, yeah, you might once like kind of fool people from Gen Z, but after some months they will say like, no, I'm out of here. Now, the cost of, attracting a wrong employee, so like when there is no match, that's at least 35,000 euro. So that's one cost. You have the cost of, if you really keep these people in the environment, then it's like a toxic environment. You might get burnouts. So how can you measure that risk of having a burnout, like risking a burnout? Some insurance companies, they contacted me because right now the risk of predicting a burnout is very difficult. Now, I developed a method where within 5 minutes you can predict like what the chances are to get a burnout, what the chances are to get people leaving the organizations, or like people, being more at home than at the organization. So that's one of the things that's included in the training, to get insights, to be able to calculate that risk. But also in an organization, what I see, there are 7 types of organizations, and also these are like 7 types of languages. And these languages, it's important. So the moment that like you have like kind of an emotional preference, and you keep hearing like rational stuff and facts and figures and data and graphs, and it's not really like matching and then like creating a connection. So how can you get the best version of each employee? That starts with talking the language and knowing the needs of these employees, and these needs are changing. So as a leader in an organization, you have to be aware of the changing needs of each individual. We are evolving towards like a society that is like focused on individual attention. Look at what Nike is doing. They are creating like one single pair of shoes. That's like really everybody wants to like kind of differentiate. NFTs, they're the same. There's like one NFT, and it's the same. It's the same thing. Like people want to differentiate from others, and that individual attention, that's really important in these organizations. Now, also the impact of emotional intelligence, of soft skills, on the business result, because that's always like a difficult one. Like everybody knows that how important soft skills are, but then the CFO or the rational CEO, they come in and say, yeah, okay, that's all fine, but what will it bring in euros or in dollars or in Swiss francs? You can calculate that. So you can calculate what it brings the moment that your company is evolving into a more emotional state than into a rational state, based on the people you have in your organization and the gap between these people and the current status of the organization. So that's, in short,
In short, right. In short, we covered that. So
Yeah.
this is what's going to happen on day 2. Ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching us, the chat is open, by the way, so you can ask questions right away. So don't hesitate. But apart from that, Jim, what I figured out there is like it's really a nice flow that we have. First talking about neuroencoding, then moving into taking that leader back to the real life of their organizations where they're working, right? And you coming in with this wonderful tool where even insurance companies are coming to you and asking, can we prevent? Can we foresee? Can we see what's going on in the company to prevent burnout? And let's face it costs money to an organization. When people are not working, when they're always absent, when they are sick, when they have burnout, you can't replace them. We know at the same time, there is no performance, team spirit is going down. There's a lot of impact on people and on the organization if you don't manage this well.
Yeah.
And we have got such, yeah, go ahead, Jim. You want to say
And,
something?
and even like when you talk about that, like the insurance companies, and like in Belgium, the fear of getting burnouts, of having people like at home not contributing to the social system, it's so big that the government in Flanders, so that's the northern part of Belgium, they approved my scan. So my scan is like government approved, and government is paying 60% in Flanders, 60% of the cost of scanning your organization, because they don't want to have like burnouts at all. So more than
Wow.
half of the invoice is paid by the government.
Oh my God. So, I mean, you should just go for it, right? I mean, this is great to hear that it's government approved.
Yeah.
By the way, this is a huge, huge, huge opportunity for all the organizations, leaders, managers, anyone else who wants to use that technique, maybe as well in their own practice, because Jim will be teaching you that. It's really teaching. It's really like going to university. So it's not like sitting there and not doing and just listening and watching and hearing. No, it's about hands-on. It's about the tool. It's about how to use it, how to do the analysis, how to actually interpret that. It's all together, and you will get a certificate at the end of day 2 as well. So this is a wonderful package that you have as a 3-day combo of going from really the mind, and I don't say mindset anymore, Pauline. I learned that. I say mind, I learned, it's the mind, it's not set, it's mind. So the mind up to real, hey, give me the company, give me the results, because companies are looking at results. What do they look? It's money, it's people, it's tangible stuff. And that's what Jim is giving you. And now, with no further ado, I'm switching over to day 3 of the mega event and combo that we are organizing. And they're existing as well, early bird prices. Check it out. And even you can get a friend. If you come with a friend, it will be even much more affordable, because these 3-day mega event might be not coming your way again very soon. So Jim is traveling, by the way, over from Belgium. So we are all international. And moreover, Jeena is going to fly over from India. Oh my goodness, this is insane. We are totally international. And day 3, to conclude, is really about more, should I say spirituality? Maybe not spiritual, maybe it is, but Jeena will introduce it, what she's going to cover, because I was the first one to buy her aroma set. I was like, yeah, I'm in it. And I tell you, it works. I did it on my team. I did it on my son, and my son is not really in it. And he said, oh, mom, this is so good. This is so good. So you know what? You need to learn this. You need to learn how to use that. So here we go. Jeena, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone. First of all, thank you. This is such an amazing discussion. I've heard Jim before. I've heard Pauline before also at the lives, but I'm still taking so many mental notes every time. So much that we can learn. Even if you think you know something, there's always more and more to learn and observe. And Hulya, thank you for inviting all of us to Geneva to do this 3-day mega event. I can only just imagine how crazy and awesome this is going to be. So about me, for those who don't know me, my name is Jeena Earthiva, and what I used to be an artist, and I went through something very painful and traumatic, and thereby rebuilt and reinvented and rediscovered myself in ways that I'd never imagined before. And then I went on to create or come upon a very interesting use of music uh, to change the way you're feeling, not just here, but in your entire system, in your entire body. And then practice that change and then make it such that it becomes your default mode, whatever positive change you want to bring. And then when I was creating this, I didn't know that I was creating this. I was just trying to make music. I had lost my voice as a singer. But over a period of 3 years, I was able to create at that time a technique that helped me bring back my voice, my mental health, everything, which was terrible. Like I was a zombie at that time. I couldn't do anything. I was a wreck.
Oh, your bandwidth is gone, Jeena.
Do you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Now it's
Yeah.
better.
Okay.
Okay.
So I see Pauline. Okay. Okay. So then I went on in 2019 to release what I had created, because it took me some time to really believe that I had actually created something. So I went a little bit away from the normal singing stuff that I was doing, and I moved into what I now call conscious music code. And it combines 3 of my different areas of interest. One is I love computation, analysis, like the rational stuff. That's one of my core areas. I've studied science, I studied masters in computer science, so that's one core area. Then the second thing is music is a very emotional thing, right? But music also has a lot of grammar and technicality. Music is really the gap between what Jim was talking about, the head, the rational stuff, and what Pauline covered quite a bit, but let's put it in one category as head. Music is right in the middle, that connects to your heart, can be up in the head, can also get you to an intuitive spiritual state, but it's not one thing, it can do many things. And conscious music code is kind of like a result of using music in a certain way to get to that. So this was the music part. And before I go on to the multi-sensory aspect of what we're going to do in Geneva, I just want to say one more thing. This technique that I use with music, it's not like a sound healing session where you hear some beautiful sounds or you hear some beautiful frequencies and it changes your state of mind and you feel wonderful. It has those elements, but it's not just that. Because in those sessions or in that kind of a technique, it's about the music. It's about how powerful the frequency is. It's how powerful the sound is. It's not really about how powerful you are. And conscious music code is the opposite. It's not at all about the music. It's fully about you. We're only using music as like the stick or the tool to just ignite something that was already there in you. Like Pauline said, the magnificent you is already there. It's not something that we're trying to make it happen. We're just igniting it through different tools. So music is one of those things. So conscious music code uses the idea of mental conditioning with sounds. So when the doorbell rings, you open the door. You don't open the window. Why? You don't even have to think about it. Even in your sleep, if the doorbell rings, you open the door. It's because that sound is programmed to your reaction of going up and doing that. Now imagine if we program your mind and your body also, very important, because the body never lies. It's very stable in its reactions. If you program your mind and body, the entirety of you, to a sound to respond with joy, to respond with whatever, creativity, to respond with a higher performing state of mind, or you respond with a deeper spiritual state. Whatever you program it to do, it's going to do based on neuroplasticity and practice, basically. Even if you don't want to go into the complex terminologies. It's just simple. You just practice it. So that's the idea of conscious music code. Now, ever since I created Conscious Music Code, I also had the plan of creating a multi-sensory version of the whole thing, where we'll have aromas, music, visuals, taste, touch, all of that, all the five senses. Because you can't go wrong with the five senses. You every damn thing you do in life, you use the five senses in some form or the other. So when I met Jim to discuss the Happiness at Work conference in 2022, so we came across each other in 2021, and I told him that, I know you want to do something with music, but I think I wanted to share this idea with many people. I have done that. They've not taken it seriously. I'm going to share it with you. It's a multi-sensory idea where we use this. And he immediately got it. And he said, okay, we are going to do this in the conference. And finally, one person who promised to do it actually did it. And that was Jim. So thank you, Jim. So after 12 years of dreaming about it and conceptualizing it and feeling it in my body and getting slightly frustrated that why do people not do what they say they will do? So Jim ended up being the person who finally did it. He had the courage to get everything together. Logistically, it was a lot of things. And for the first time in front of 1,000+ people who are very rational people, mind you, maybe a little open-minded rational, but rational in any case, because it was a corporate conference. It was corporate well-being conference. So these leaders, CEOs, HR managers, blah, 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 they all came and they experienced the power of the music, the visuals, and the aromas coming together. And my sessions were not 1 hour long meditations. No such thing. It was 5 to 6 minutes, what I call mind hacks. So it's a mind hacking technique. And it also hacks into your body, because sometimes you think you're feeling something and it's here, but it's actually here, or it's here, or wherever, and you have to release that. So this technique works very fast. And we ended up, after the conference, creating this, which Hulya was the first customer to buy much before it even went live on our website. She saw a picture or something and she said, I want to order it. I said, but we're not live. She said, no, but I want it now. So we shipped it to her. And so this is now launched and it's only available in Europe, the physical kits for now. But this is what I'm going to train you to use. And I'm going to train you how each of these kits work actually. So whether you're a coach or a leader, just anybody passionate about getting to a higher, better level of yourself, you can work. And like Hulya was saying, there is a spiritual side of it, which is this. But the rest are not really very spiritual. They're about very real world things, like how to get more productive, how to beat your burnout if you are in burnout, how to get to a more creative state. And inside these boxes, it's the world's first multisensory well-being kit. Inside you'll have a scent, and you'll also have a QR code that links to my music programs. So you spray and you listen, and in 5 minutes, all the mind hacking is done, and you emerge out of the rejuvenating session with a completely different state of mind, whether it's creativity, productivity, relaxation, all that. So whoever comes to my training on 29th, you will be learning how this all works, what is really the steps behind it, how you can go even more detailed into it. If you're a coach, you can learn more in detail on how it works and how you can tweak it even more to your specific client needs, etc. And you will also get 3 of these kits of your own choice. We will give you any 3 that you want included in the price. We will be giving you the sound library that I use with Conscious Music Code, the whole sound library. You'll get access to all my online mental hacking programs, which are all self-use programs. You will get access to all of that. So everything is in this package. And I think while we start with Pauline, then Jim, then me, we're going from the head, heart, gut, and back, and how to integrate everything within you consciously and subconsciously and unconsciously in every way. So, yeah.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. So this is a mega journey for you, for mega leaders to capture and engage and embrace the change. The change, the change in in your own leadership style, the change in your employees, the change how the organizations do work now. Everything is changing. Agile flexibility is number one. And this is a huge, wonderful package taking you from really the brain power up to rational mind organizations, down to really use as well a bit more aroma and scent, and activate your multiple senses, because we are humans. We smell, we hear, we see. I mean, it's a whole. We are humans. We are leaders. Okay, great, but we're humans at the end of the day, right? And
Can I
more.
say something?
Yeah,
Julia?
absolutely. Go ahead.
Yes, on top of this, because when we say brain, we have three brains. It's not one brain. We have our rational brain, we have the gut brain, and we have our heart brain. So all of us are talking about all these together. And being in corporate or anywhere in the world or any part, these are the brains that we have. We're not fully rational, we're not fully emotional, we're not fully instinctive and intuitive. We will learn through this mega event to embrace the three brains, because this is what we want. We want to embrace our brains, not master the brain. We want to embrace our three brains so we can function fully as we're supposed to be functioning. Because in today's world, we're taking one piece and working with it, heart, brain, whatever. So effectively, we have three brains, and they are called brain, which is the mind, the heart, and the gut. And this is the beauty of all this event, because whatever setting, wherever, corporate, non-corporate, whatever, these are essential skills. And this is the new system. It's not about being rational, it's not about being emotional, not being intuitive. It's about embracing all the three brains in one experience that we are facilitating together as three different experts and hosted by an amazing expert, which is you. And really bringing this concept, which is totally different than whatever they've seen so far. I don't think they've ever experienced these three things together in one mega event. And this is what they will graduate from as mega persons. So I wanted to share this just to make it clear. It's not the mind. When we say mind or brain, is our rational. It's our three brains together.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you for elaborating on that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jim.
yeah, we get some comments. So Laurie, I met Laurie 3-4 years ago in Santorini on one of the Lean summits. She's from Canada. She's watching. People from India are watching, and that's maybe one remark for Jeena. So she was writing. I listened to Magnificent by you too. Every time I want to work on a spreadsheet for years, it preps my brain.
Exactly. So it's the conditioning with that sound. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then another of her questions was, and that's a question that she has like already for some years, like how do we evolve corporate culture with these things? So how do we bring, like, how kind of, in a lot of cases you have to convince like the rather rational CFO or CEO to integrate this in the company. But it's just the evolution that what is going on now. I will speak about that in my training. The evolution of what the generations, the new generations are asking for, and that's moving just towards more emotional and intuitive or instinctive approach. So if they don't do it, you can translate it. I can translate it in euros. You can translate it in everything. But you can be stubborn and just keep ignoring what is going on, and then watching.
Yeah. And you know what Pauline said was so important, like being able to integrate all the powers that we have. For me, if I were to go to an organization, I would just use your scan, Jim. I would just get them. It takes 5-6 minutes or less maybe, and just get an idea of how much of the rational part is just talking, or how much of the emotions are doing the because it's not as black and white as Pauline was saying. We're all different components, but we just need to know which language to use, because as business people, we have to also listen to the other side. So as we listen, we know exactly how to speak to them and what they need to hear to feel convinced, because as you said, the new generation is not interested in the old ways. Every new generation is like that, but this new generation, I think the gap is getting bigger and bigger, because maybe the older generation is trying to stay exactly where they are. So we got to integrate.
Yeah, that's what we want to lift, the stiffness. We want to lift with this event, which is a 3-day. How shall we translate this? Mega, it's not event, it's actually training, it's workshops, it's everything,
It's an
taking you through
experience. I would say it's an experience. As
Yeah.
Hulya was saying earlier, we are not just going to be giving lectures. Everything that all three of us are going to do is going to help you. You will be a protagonist of the transformation, or you will be the hero of that moment. We will not be the heroes just because we are trainers. You will be the hero to experience the neuroencoding, to experience the 4D lean system, to experience conscious music code. You will be the ones who are going to transform completely, and then help others to do that as you move out of the workshop. The real work starts when you move out of the workshop and go into the outer world.
Absolutely. And we're not stopping there as well.
No.
We are going to as well, on Sunday, there is something else. So you can ask the trainers anything you want through a wonderful stroll in city Geneva. So we hope to have as well we find a little nice place where we're going to have a bit of a nibble as well, a coffee, a croissant. So it's Geneva. We want to have a croissant, bien sûr. And then also having that opportunity. But other than that, once you finish and you go off, you're not connected normally to any trainers anymore. But here we aim as well to stay connected, to help you even further, to serve you even further in your journey. Because we know for a fact, once you attend a training and you start applying yourself, you've got questions. What was this? Oh my God, I forgot about that. We are there for you. It's not we are doing a drop, boom, done, training out. No, it's going to be a journey, and we are going to be your partners. We're going to accompany you. We are going to be there for you. So really we aim, and I believe strongly in all of the wonderful trainers. That's why I thought, this needs to come over here. We've got so many international organizations here. They need to learn, and you will be the change maker. Any leader who's coming, any therapist, any kind of coach, any individual, everyone is welcome. We are inclusive. We embrace equity. That's what we're going to give you with this mega experiential training for you. You will be the change makers, and you need to be the change makers to change the needle from stiffness of organizations towards agility and flexibility, from really set rules into how can we do this? How can we make this happen? It's a different way of really articulating. Before we close, because we've got this wonderful, audience here, I would like to have maybe some closing remarks, from Pauline. We start from Pauline. Any closing remarks, my dear?
I think the best experience is to come and join us in the rooms. We will not teach theory. So you will not go out of the training or the workshop or the experience and theory. What you will learn, you will practice. We will practice it together. You will transform, and you will have fun in the process. This I promise you, because if it's not fun, it's not worth it. It starts from here. So knowledge is everywhere. We know that knowledge is there, but knowledge is never power until we act upon it. And this is when you will go back and do whatever you learned, share whatever you learned with the people, with anyone that you know will benefit from it. So we're waiting for you. I am personally inviting you again to our mega event, and let's do it in the room in Geneva, in Switzerland, starting on the 27th of April. So book your seats now, because I'm pretty sure that they will be over very soon. So rush now, grab your early bird, grab your special offer, and join us in the room. And can't wait to see you there.
Thank you, Pauline. What a wonderful message. Closing remarks from Jim.
Yeah, I think it's all about 3 days about it's the art of connecting with people, and like we will do it in 3 different ways, but it's the art of connecting, and that is what I saw is the moment that you're able to touch people, and that can be like in all different ways, because everybody is touched by something else. But the moment that you are able to touch people, then it's just like that they will engage, and they will do whatever for you as an employer or whatever. So that's for me the main thing, is learning like how can we get that connection with these people. And that is like really key to get like the massive results that are embedded in all of us.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you, Jim. And Jeena.
I just want to close just saying this one thing. I think we all four of us will agree that whenever we want to do anything in life, we want to make a decision, we want to take a trip somewhere, we want to choose a partner for our life or whatever. Everything starts from the way you're feeling inside, right? Your state of mind and your feeling. If we can learn how to alter that at will and not be at the mercy of just the chemicals and the hormones and the madness going on inside of us, if we can take charge of the way we are feeling and then use it to connect with ourselves better, and then connect with others better, and then bring our entire level up to a whole different level, do things that we cannot even imagine, then how cool would that be? And that is the coolness we want to touch together when we come to Geneva. And that's, again, like Pauline said, and on behalf of everyone, I want to personally invite all of you for this really exciting, fun, sensational, experiential, amazing time together. We are going to it's going to be like a mind party. I think, Hulya, you made like a reel once on what was that, mind party or something like that.
Yeah, I did that. I did a video about that. Let's have a party
I
in your
love that.
mind.
It's going to be a party for your mind, your body, and you're just going to go back feeling, wow, there's so many possibilities. While everybody's crying about the recession and somebody's crying about this, and we can change the destiny of not just our lives, but the destiny of everything that's happening around us. If each of us stand up with our full power, and all three of us are going to just be help you with tools towards that. You have to do it on your own, but we're just going to help you, and we're also going to learn a lot in the process as well. So looking forward to meeting all of you.
Absolutely. And closing off.
Yeah, Julia,
Yeah.
one question is there, like, can we join online? That's a question from Laurie from Canada.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I received these questions as well. We decided really to have it not hybrid. However, we're going to record it, right? During the sessions every day. And then you might have access definitely to the recordings. But that's what we're going to discuss as a team as
Yes.
well. But it's not going to be hybrid because it's too difficult to manage. The trainers will be moving around, people will be moving around. You will not get the experience you want. If we record it, we can edit it a bit more. So watch and stay tuned for the recordings. We will inform you all.
Yes.
So great, thanks, Jim. And me, the host, who pulled everyone together.
The amazing host.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. Crazy person, said, let's do it. I'm just like this get goer. Yeah, let's do it. That's our experience. We are waiting for you. I'm Hulya. I'm the founder of InnKick, Innovation Kick. I'm a professional coach, family coach, executive coach, career coach. I'm also love to present workshops to corporates all over the place, over different topics, but also bridging the gap between universities and the real life of professionals. So also liaising a lot with universities. And I am so blessed and so delighted to have these wonderful people here as my peers, as my people our partners in crime, my partner in crime, to come
Yes.
over really and do that, really, this journey. I know lots of people ask, oh, I can't take off, I can't do this. You know what? Where there is a will, there is a way. Because you are going to be mega leaders. Think about that. You can even ask your company to ask for funds, because I know corporates do have that, because you're going to learn something that you are going to even train in your own company. With that certificate, you will do that. So this is powerful. Never happens all the time. You know that. So come and join us. Don't miss it. Grab your seat, because soon it will be over and we don't have, well, we limit the seats. Why? Because we want to have this a real experiment for you.
Yes,
It's
intimate.
not
And
going to
also, I just want to
be
say
personal.
something, Hulya, about you, because I think this is very important. We want to lead by example. We don't want to just be talkers. Hulya is somebody who leads by example. When we first spoke about it, she was, again, like how I felt that with Jim as well. When I told him about my multisensory idea, he did it. He didn't just think about it and imagine it. And that Hulya is one of those people who's a doer. She has taken the brave step of calling us over, and doing all the logistical arrangements and inviting people with her mind, heart, and gut every way to connect with us and learn this. So kudos to you, Hulya, and to all the people who are brave enough to invest in themselves so that they can invest and in their future and create something amazing. Yeah, that's what I want to
Absolutely.
say.
Great. So with that, I close, but actually it's Jim's coffee break, right? So rather than me closing, I think, Jim, you need to close the section. So I leave it up to you, because I was just, doing this hosting and facilitating event. Jim.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the amazing comments we got. We have another session in April, mid of April. We have another session where we will go like more in detail what will happen in the training itself. But for now, just thank you very much for being here and for being the host also, Hulya.
Thank you. Thank you so much for everyone. Again, last call out. It's like this last action. No, what was it on the airport? It's always like that. Yeah, call, last call, last call, last call. Grab your seats. We don't allow lots of people. It's limited seats for a great experience for you. We think about you, and don't miss out. This is a wonderful opportunity, a mega opportunity to see, to participate, to learn from the experts, leading change makers who want to make a difference in the world. And that's what we want. We want to make a difference in the world. And each drop counts. You might think, oh, what am I going to have a difference on the world? I mean, everything happens around me. In your circle of influence, each drop counts. And you're the one who will be leading it. So with that, thank you so much for your wonderful participation, for all the insights. I learned again something. I knew about the gut brain and about the brain. I didn't know about the heart brain. Those I always learn something, you see, from each session. So that was really nice. Address all the brains because you need them. Thank you so much. And until next time.